Hytale patch is out as of January 17th. So right now it's 10:03 a.m. and the Hytale patch update 1 has officially been released. So let's kind of get into this. Let's go over a little bit of hot fixes, crafting. They have a whole list of things that they have added and fixed in the game. So they added dinosaur behaviors and other NPCs to populate the underground jungles. They currently use a placeholder behavior and are a work in progress. So that's gonna be kind of cool to see once we start getting into the caving aspect of the game. The devastated lands, sewers are now have proper atmospheric effect and creature spawns. So that's gonna be interesting. Areas beneath volcanoes now use a volcanic environmental effects. I don't know how. Well, depending on the settings, it could be pretty good. Let's see. So, removed an invisible filler block behind the bench in the Forgotten Temple. I am yet to see what that was, and I guess I will never get to see it now. And sorry, I am a little sick. For NPCs and creatures, added knockback resistance to NPCs that previously did not have it. I wonder which ones. Fire themed NPCs and creatures should now be immune to fire damage. However, they'll still catch on fire for now. So that's going to be a change to come. And I wonder what kind of fire themed NPCs. We didn't really get to do much on the first video. But be tuned to come in for episode 2. There's going to be a lot of changes. The crystal earth golem combat behavior and spin attack have been improved. I definitely haven't fought them. Skeletons should no longer take drowning damage. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember, but in episode 1 there was a skeleton walking underwater, and I did make a comment on that. So it is a part of the game. Livestock should no longer climb on top of the chicken coop. Well, we don't really have any chickens, so that never really affected us. But I do want them to just get into a breeding update. That would be kind of fun. A little bit more farming, quality of life would be kind of interesting to see. Now, right here for crafting items and farming, the backpack and its upgrades are now easier to obtain. Base backpack now requires tier 1 workbench, down from tier 2. Base backpack cost reduced to 8 medium leather, down from 16. Oh, wow. Upgrading the backpack for the first time now requires a tier 2 workbench, down from tier 3. Light, medium, and heavy hide now takes 10 less seconds to process into leather. Crafting benches can now pull materials from chests 14 blocks horizontally, up from 7, and 6 blocks vertically, up from 4. Like I was saying yesterday, it gives a little bit of a Terraria vibes, which is kind of cool. I love Terraria. Processing bench now displays item tooltips in the upgrade requirement panel. All fruits and vegetables should now only grant 1 health regen. Cooking them grants additional benefits. Dropped items should no longer get stuck on the side of blocks. Thank goodness. Torches and other handheld light sources can now be placed on the ground when equipped in the utility slot while wielding a pickaxe or a hatchet. Perfect. So that means we can now place torches with our offhand. Corn gives 1 life essence instead of 4. I should have reaped the benefits. When exchanged in the farming bench as previously misconfigured, making it better than higher tier crops. Womp womp, we kind of missed out on that. But we're not in it for the bugs and exploits. Fully grown cauliflower and pumpkin no longer drop regular seeds when broken by hand or with any tool. Fully grown essential crops no longer drop eternal seeds. When broken by hand or with any tool. Wood logs now displays their respective wood type. For example, oak logs will now display hardwood in its tooltip. Interesting. Okay. Woodcutter block no longer displays as dev item quality and no longer has its unused process bench interaction. It's now a decorative furniture block that can be crafted in the furniture bench. Cool. So there wasn't really a lot of change. Um, it's honestly what they called it. It's a patch. So it's just a bunch of fixes, which which is really good. I luckily haven't came across too many problems, but this you can now sleep starting at 7:30 p.m. That's good because you had to wait literally till nightfall came in order to sleep. Added an information panel explaining the memory system when interacting with the heart of Orbis for the first time. Can be viewed again by clicking on the question mark in the top left corner of the memories UI. Good, because I still don't know exactly what it does. Toggle full screen, switch HUD, take screenshots can no longer be bound to mouse buttons. Okay. The game warns when launching pre-release versions or opening worlds from different versions. So I wonder if it's just gonna convert it into the new world. I hope it does, because it would suck to just kind of restart all over again. The hyperdrive effect. So field of view while sprinting is now limited to 160 to prevent hyperdrive effect. That I would have loved to seen that. Canceling LAN server discovery now works correctly. The interaction system now handles server lag spikes better. I can't read today. Character customization. I haven't really got into any of this, and I don't know where I could have done this, but my character does look kind of goofy. Combat balances. Weapon attacks should now check for line of sight. The regular burn effect now generally deals less damage. Burns applied by lava remains unchanged. Cactus and brambles now deal the environmental damage type. Okay. And command and servers. I don't really mess with any of this. Bug fixes and stability. Fix a misconfiguration that allows weapon charge attacks not to consume stamina correctly when swapping to another hotbar slot at the right time. Some of this stuff is just people trying to exploit the game. Fix signature sound playing incorrectly in adventure mode. Fix regular expression praising and replace command. Fix an issue where signature attacks could be used without signature energy. Interesting. Fix some items allowing longer interaction ranges than intended. Fix fluid flow behavior when stacking water sources. Fix crash when using non-English folder names for screenshots. What? That was a thing? Okay. Fix crash when selecting certain hairstyles. Fix crash caused by corrupted cached avatar previews. Wow. Fix crash when the memories plugin fails to load. Fixed an issue where rewards from restoring memories were granted too early and did not match the correct number of memories required. Fixed waiting for chunks taking too long at 128 view distance. Wow. Fixed crash when updating player model. Fixed localization loop affecting Norwegian language users. Okay. Fixed race condition in instance teleports that caused entity removal and re-add issues. Okay. And this one's just refresh for single player servers. Fix various issues with crop growth where certain crops like tomatoes would not grow correctly. Chunks are now saved when a farming block updates. Extras. What is this? It's like a little doggy footprint. Interesting. Okay, so that's all the patch notes for today. They did quite a bit, and there's going to be more to come. I mean, over here you can look at everything that they have added, and they seem to be pretty consistent. I mean, in January we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Wow. No. The future world generation. We're going to take a look at all of this, just not today. I'm going to take a look at it on my own time. But I mean, they are pretty consistent in updating the community, which is really good. But with all that being said, I will see you guys later.